Our planet is full of stunning natural wonders, but it is also home to extremely dangerous areas where survival is a battle. Are you ready to face nature's harshest conditions? From scorching heat to freezing cold, from levels that push humanity to its limits. Here are the most unique, wildest, and most difficult places to live. Snake Island, Brazil. This place is home to one of the most dangerous snake species in the world, the golden-headed snake. They have such a venom that they can cause a person to die within minutes. Almost all of the human life on this island. The last known inhabitants were a lighthouse keeper and his family who lived here in the 1920s. According to legends, a fisherman who approached for more than a day was found dead in his boat days later, covered in blood. It is terrifying to even think about this island. Huashan Mountain, Boardwalk. The boardwalk on Huashan Mountain, one of the 5 sacred mountains in China, is considered one of the most dangerous hiking trails in the world. Adventurers attempt to reach a small temple at an altitude of 7,000 feet by walking on several wooden planks fixed to the cliff. Even with safety belts, this hike is a daredevil experience. Despite this, Huashan Mountain is one of the most visited mountains in China for both pilgrims and travelers. Sinabung Volcano, Indonesia. One of the most dangerous regions in Indonesia, Sinabung Volcano erupted in 2010 after exactly 400 years of rest. Hot gases, ash, and rock fragments rising from the mountain caused great destruction in the surrounding area. People nearby were harmed and at least 15 people lost their lives. Sinabung is currently under Level 4 alert and is a completely off-limits area. In another eruption in 2019, clouds of lava and ash reached 7,000 meters high, covering the surrounding villages with a gray layer. The Bermuda Triangle. One of the most mysterious areas in the world, the Bermuda Triangle, stretches between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. This area has become famous for the mysterious disappearances of planes, ships, and people. Although some scientists attribute the sudden disappearances here to giant 30-meter waves, there is no definitive explanation. Others think it may be related to paranormal events and supernatural forces. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron in Tanzania is known for its extremely alkaline structure, which kills all living things that do not come into direct contact with it. But what makes the pond even more collectible is the transformation of birds and animals that fall into the water into stone. Due to the high pH value of the water and the extreme temperature, the animals that fall are petrified like mummies and stand like statues on the edge of the lake. The glass-like cells of the lake deceive the birds and encourage them to dive into the water, which causes their death. Death Valley, California, USA. Living up to its name, Death Valley is one of the hottest spots in the world. The temperature here, 56.7 degrees Celsius in 1913, is considered one of the highest in world history. The extreme heat and lack of water make it almost uninhabitable for people here. The valley is also full of mysteries that surprise even scientists, such as the developing moving rocks and the singing dunes. Danakil Desert, Eritrea. The Danakil Desert, located in Africa's diversity, is known as Hell on Earth. This region, which has an average temperature of over 35 degrees Celsius throughout the year, is located at the intersection of 3 major tectonic plates. The region is home to acidic ponds, lava rivers, and active volcanoes. At night, the red glow of molten lava gives the area a truly demonic atmosphere. Death Valley, Russia. Another Death Valley in eastern Russia is named after the mysterious deaths that have taken place here. In the 1930s, 2 hunters climbed the Kipnich volcano in the Kamchatka region and noticed that the area was full of dead animals. This valley is known for the gas leaks that remain in it. Those who stay in the area for a long time can experience initiation, gastric center, and loss of consciousness. Scientists believe that the mysterious deaths here are caused by poisonous gases released by animals. Madidi National Park, Bolivia. This park looks like paradise from the outside, but it's actually a death trap. The plants, spiders, snakes, and microscopic parasites that live here can collapse with even the slightest contact. If you let them, the dangerous parasites can grow to size and kill you. A mysterious and largely unexplored place, Bikini Atoll is infamous for its history of nuclear testing. National Geographic once filmed a documentary here, showcasing the dangers and wonders hidden beneath its waters. Naka Crystal Cave, Mexico. Deep in the Chihuahuan Desert lies one of the most extreme places on Earth, the Naka Crystal Cave. Home to the world's largest crystals, some as tall as redwood trees, this cave is a striking yet deadly wonder. Below, hot magma heats the air to life-threatening levels. 3 scientists have entered the cave on a nearly impossible mission to collect samples, but inside, survival is a race against time. When temperatures rise above 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, and humidity is nearly 100%, the human body begins to deteriorate once inside. Even in protective clothing, they only had 30 minutes to complete their mission before the heat overwhelmed them. Kawah Ijen Volcano, Indonesia. At night, Indonesia's Kawah Ijen volcano appears otherworldly, its slopes ablaze with electric blue rivers of fire. But this mesmerizing phenomenon is caused by highly toxic sulfuric gas burning in the air. At its summit lies the world's largest acidic lake, a magnificent turquoise basin filled with hydrochloric acid stronger than battery acid. The lake's pH has been measured as low as 0.13, meaning it can dissolve almost anything in its waters. Mount Washington, USA. Although not the world's tallest mountain, Mount Washington in New Hampshire holds the title of the world's most dangerous small mountain. Unlike Everest, its threat isn't the height, but the wind. In 1934, Mount Washington recorded the fastest wind speed ever measured on land, 231 miles per hour, 372 kilometers per hour. Even at 60 miles per hour, hiking becomes nearly impossible. It has caused more than 150 deaths since 1849. Climbers meticulously plan their climbs, knowing that one lapse of judgment could be their last. Trolltunga Hike. Trolltunga, one of the most impressive natural wonders in Norway, is also known as one of the most difficult hiking routes in the world. The route takes an average of 7 to 10 hours to complete. There are signs along the way indicating the remaining distance to Trolltunga and the starting point. There are different bus routes to reach the area, and each route passes through the village of Odda in the Hardanger region. However, this breathtaking view of the cliff is also known for its accidents. A 24-year-old Australian tourist lost his life while staying here. Victoria Falls, Devil's Pool. Devil's Pool, located at the top of Victoria Falls, has become one of the indispensable routes for adventure enthusiasts, offering an experience in one of the largest waterfalls in the world. In this natural pool, located on the Zambezi River, on the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe, the management understands that swimming along the waterfall is full of adrenaline. Only a thin, rocky particle prevents them from being caught in the huge melting water. This unique experience continues to attract the attention of nature lovers with both its safety and the magnificent view it offers. Stairway to Heaven, Hawaiian Walk. The official name of this famous hiking route located in the windy corner of Oahu is the Haiku Stairs, built to allow soldiers to reach the radio antenna of intrepid adventurers. However, a storm in 2015 damaged some sections of the stairs. Instead of repairing the damage, the area was fenced off and climbing was banned and declared dangerous. Still, the danger and excitement continue to attract those who want to see it. Death Road, Bolivia. This road, one of the most dangerous tourist attractions in Bolivia, is as its name suggests. The winding roads that stretch for 43 miles are surrounded by dense fog, landslides, waterfalls, and depths of 2,000 feet. At some remote points, the road is narrower than 10 feet. Along the way, you can see crosses erected in memory of those who lost their lives here. It is known that people who have been living on this road for an average of 300 years have disappeared every year since 1994. For this reason, it more than deserves the title of Death Road. Yosemite National Park. One of the most popular national parks in the USA, Yosemite is famous for its magnificent features, but accidents that occur during nature walks and climbs can sometimes turn into a journey. Although the number of deaths in national parks decreases as the number of visitors decreases, approximately 150 people lose their lives every year. An average of 12 to 15 deaths are recorded in Yosemite every year. Heart attacks, falls, and other accidents show that the administration, caught up in the growth of the wild nature, can sometimes forget to be careful. El Caminito del Rey, Spain. Known as one of the most dangerous hiking trails in the world, El Caminito del Rey is famous for its narrow platforms, rotten paths, and lack of guardrails. This route, which attracts adrenaline enthusiasts with its height, has become even more dangerous due to its long-term neglect. However, these difficulties did not prevent it from being used to narrow the pores in the region. Even children going to school pass through here. This path, which became famous among rock climbers of the time, offers an adventure that requires courage. Trift Bridge, Switzerland. One of the longest suspension bridges in the Swiss Alps, the Trift Bridge allows hikers to both admire its natural beauty and face the fear of deformation. A difficult walk is required to reach this bridge, which is 330 feet away from the valley and 560 meters long. In 2004, the bridge was needed due to a large hydroelectric power plant built on behalf of the Trift Glacier, and this brave engineering marvel emerged. However, it is said to be not as dangerous as the glass bridge in China. Mount Everest. Everest, one of the most difficult and climbing routes in the world, poses a life-threatening risk for many climbers with a 6.5% mortality rate. Avalanches, ice breaks, falls, and extreme changes in diseases are among the biggest threats to climbers. However, another source of danger is inexperienced climbers. Many people embark on this adventure without assessing their endurance level. So, are you ready to face this challenge? Kokoda and Black Cat. Hiking routes, Papua New Guinea. One of the most challenging hiking routes in the world, the Black Cat route offers a 58-kilometer adventure between Salamaua and Wau in Papua New Guinea. Even Australian soldiers describe it as the most difficult hike they've ever done. The Black Cat is considered even more challenging than the Kokoda route. River crossings, marshes, cliffs, fallen trees, and moss-covered rocks are among the elements that make this route dangerous. Hawaii volcanoes. National Park. The biggest danger you'll face when exploring national parks is often being caught off guard. However, in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, nature itself can be a cheat. With the re-emergence of Kilauea volcano, dangerous amounts of volcanic gas have begun to spread into the park, posing great risk for possible eruptions. Crater parts are quite unstable and expected collapses may occur. If you want to witness the power of nature here, take the risks. Mont Blanc. A breathtaking yet dangerous tourist attraction, Mont Blanc is known for its high altitude and extreme conditions. Ice falls, avalanches, and health risks from the high altitude are common hazards. However, it is the combination of unpredictable elements that increase its natural dangers that truly make Mont Blanc so deadly. Recently, a man in his 40s tragically lost his life while attempting to climb this challenging peak despite extensive rescue efforts. Located in the Alps, Mont Blanc straddles the French-Italian border and extends into Switzerland. Jacob's Well. Jacob's Well is as dangerous as it is fascinating. At least 9 people have lost their lives diving into this natural wonder, an alarming number considering its popularity. The cave's chambers present unique challenges. The third chamber, located 80 feet below the surface, has a deceptive exit that has led to fatalities. The fourth chamber is even more dangerous, requiring divers to navigate a dangerously narrow passage, an ordeal that has proven fatal for some. The Gate of Heaven, located 24,500 feet above the city of Zhangjiajie in Hunan Province, China, at the top of Tianmen Mountain. The Gate of Heaven is a striking and mysterious place. Visitors must climb 999 steep steps to reach the Tianmen Cave, the world's highest naturally formed arch. Access is via a scenic cable car ride or a challenging stair climb. Land Rover claims the Range Rover Sport is the first SUV to reach the Gate of Heaven. Does it live up to the legend? Let us know in the comments and discover our list of the 5 most dangerous tourist attractions, including the Danakil Desert. The Cave of Swallows. The sheer scale of the Cave of Swallows in Mexico is enough to leave anyone in awe. At 994 feet wide and over 1,200 feet deep, the cave holds the title of the world's largest known cave shaft. In 2003, Dean Potter, a famous adventurer with less than a year of base jumping experience, made his final leap from this cliff. He managed to slow his fall by gripping the rope with all his strength and hit the bottom of the cave, but miraculously survived. Precipice Trail. Hiking the Precipice Trail is an adrenaline-filled experience, but the U.S. National Park Service strongly advises against descending it due to safety concerns. Narrow cliffs, iron steps, and two-way traffic make this route particularly dangerous. Hikers climb up one trail and descend the other, increasing both the difficulty and safety. Acadia National Park in Maine reports about 160 deaths in its parks each year. In 2012, a woman tragically fell to her death on the trail, the first fatality since 1985. If you like thrills, stay tuned. There are 2 more amazing places nearby, including the famous Elephant Kingdom in Chonburi. Lake Nyos, Cameroon, the silent killer. Lake Nyos, located in the leaves of Africa, Cameroon seems like a peaceful and innocent natural wonder at first glance. However, this peaceful lake became the scene of one of the most catastrophic natural disasters in history. In August 1986, a column of water 300 meters high began to rise from the lake. Shortly afterwards, a dense white gas cloud spread from the lake and a gap extended towards the surrounding villages. As the villagers fell to the ground one after another, it was soon understood that the seriousness of the event had occurred. This gas produces a high amount of carbon dioxide, and more than 1,700 people were killed by suffocation in seconds. So how did this happen? Lake Nyos is one of the lakes that accumulates a large amount of carbon dioxide due to the volcanic conditions underground. Normally, this gas gradually changes the water and mixes with the atmosphere. However, in Lake Nyos, the gas lengths were trapped under the water. A volcanic eruption or a sudden landslide caused the gas to suddenly be released south of the water. Since the dense carbon dioxide is heavier than air, it piled up on the villages and caused thousands of people to be left without oxygen. After this incident, efforts were made to release the gas under control, but it is considered a danger that exists in Lake Nyos. Fraser Island, Australia, the world's most dangerous beach. When it comes to beaches, peace, sun, and fun usually come to mind. However, Fraser Island on the eastern side of Australia is a place that completely ruins this perception because it is considered one of the most dangerous beaches in the world. So, what is the trick here? First of all, the ocean waters are frozen and full of aggressive marine life. The shores of Fraser Island are home to one of the world's most sold species of jellyfish, the Irukandji jellyfish and the blue bottle jellyfish. A person who does not come into contact with their tentacles can suffer severe pain within minutes and even risk dying. But the danger is not only in the water, even the sand on the beach can be dangerous. The depth of the water near the shore varies greatly. People who dive in a seemingly shallow future may crash to the bottom as expected. As if these were not enough, there may be losses in the wildlife of Fraser Island. It is home to a flock of dingoes, Australia's famous predators. These wild animals, which look like dogs from the outside, can be quite aggressive towards people. Some who have separated from the island without visiting have been seriously injured by dingo attacks. In short, Fraser Island may be the owner of one of the beautiful landscapes that nature has to offer, but stepping here really requires courage. Elephant Kingdom, Thailand, a cage among crocodiles. There was a place in the Chonburi region of Thailand that could not only allocate time but also reduce distribution, Elephant Kingdom. Looking at its name, this place is a natural park where elephants roam freely. However, the truth is much different. Elephant Kingdom was actually an extremely dangerous place where crocodiles were replaced. Here he joined the thin metal cages designed with water technology with only plastic barrels and hand-fed the crocodiles. The giant crocodiles waited just below the cage and attacked the pieces of meat. However, this activity carried great risks. The cages were worn and the safety measures were inadequate. The plastic barrels sometimes came loose from the chain and the cages were in danger of sinking into the water. It didn't end there. When one of the tourists took a photo of people hanging food in the cage and shared it on social media, the incident attracted great reaction. The images were so big that the Thai government closed the park in 2016 after the pressure from the international press and animal rights activists. Grand Canyon National Park. With 15 to 20 deaths and an estimated 300 search and rescue missions reported each year, the Grand Canyon is among the deadliest tourist attractions. The leading causes of death include plane crashes, falls, and extreme environmental conditions like heat stroke and drowning. Located in northwestern Arizona near the Utah and Nevada borders, the Grand Canyon was carved by the mighty Colorado River, which draws water from 7 states. However, this awe-inspiring canyon itself lies entirely within the borders of Arizona. Which of these attractions do you find the scariest? Would you dare to visit any of them? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey through some of the most dangerous places in the world, be sure to like this video and share your thoughts. Subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified of more incredible content. Don't miss out. Stay safe, and until next time, blast off.